Namaskar. Aniket Education Societies, Jaisingpur College, Jaisingpur organizes webinar on higher education challenges in India at today's situation. If you observed COVID-19 situations, in overall there are four types of challenges. The health crisis, more than 1.65 billion students and youth across the planet are affected by school and university closure due to the COVID outbreak. The mobility crisis, the world will never be the same again. This is perhaps the least hazardous predictions one can make about the consequence of the COVID-19 crisis. The political crisis, the crisis will surely change all societal institutions, not just the healthcare sector. The precise nature of that change is at this time unknowable. The economic crisis, the paralyzation of most economic activities translates into a simultaneous business and employment crisis. If you observe the today's scenario, what will be the impact of COVID-19 in education Indian setup? The conventional education system follows face-to-face or physical teaching. Even though the trend of audiovisual aids in classroom was introduced a decade ago. Renowned universities in India such as University of Delhi, IIT Mumbai are offering online classes to its students already. But many higher education institutes in India are not equipped with such facilities. In the event of such gap, some students might face the burnt bureaucracy which might affect their entire academic year. Are Indian colleges education system equipped to handle this challenge? If you ask me the question, really we need to think on it. In my research work 2005 and present studies were of the opinion that online teaching could be never matched with the physical room teaching. When we talk about how equipped the Indian higher education system to handle the challenges, we need to keep in mind that the digital shift in India is relatively new, not only in India but in Asia as well. You will be amazed to know that the first Asian massive open online course MOOC was developed by the Hong Kong University of Science and Technology in year 2012. In Indian colleges will make time to handle the change and be open to the new methods, as the approach of the education system here is a lecture based classroom approach of teaching. Digital teaching is more evident in schools, and the school students, teachers, parents are more comfortable with the approach when compared to a higher education setup in India. In event of COVID-19, online teaching has become a necessity for not only colleges in India but worldwide to look for innovative solutions in short period of time and to always have plan B in a place. COVID-19 lockdown challenges and opportunities in higher education. The world today is facing pandemic as the coronavirus is sweeping its way around the globe, and its impact is only beginning to be visible. The epidemic has brought in many deaths. Thousands have been quarantined and has led to serious situation of global health emergency. The need of hour is social distancing and excellent medical care, but not social distancing. We need to consider a physical distancing. It lead to total lockdown world over, and India is no exception for it. As of today, COVID-19 infections on Wednesday reached to 4,56,183, including 14,476 casualties. Even 1,83,22 active cases and 2,58,685 recoveries. Around 60% in Maharashtra reported cumulative cases. count to 1.35 lakh. This has wanted to complete a shutdown of all educational institutions along with other business establishment for a period of few months. The shutdown of education institution has led to many apprehensions among the students and teaching fraternity. However, the teaching fraternity has been adopting innovative methods to interact with the students and focusing on curriculum. In this context, I have been trying to analyze the challenges among us in considering students, teachers and parents and along with the institutions. If you consider the first pillar of this education system, students, and in that if you thought there are 10 major challenges which students are facing. Let me explain that challenges. The first one is 60% students from rural area. The first challenge was to assess the students' access to internet connectivity. Specifically, the students from rural and backward class, the students were expected to have a smartphone with 4G compatibility to enable streaming of live teaching. The second one, internet connectivity challenge. The second challenge was to have a good internet connectivity to have a live streaming. But if you thought 65% population stays in rural area, and among us that the students come from the rural area, they doesn't have the proper internet connectivity. The third is the live streaming focuses only on theoretical importing of the subject without actual use of laboratory, as a technical education is more practical based. The fourth one, non-availability of course material. Very few teachers provide the course material in a perfect manner. Considering that point, students, the challenges were the students had to leave the hostel and PG immediately due to lockdown, and they could not carry their textbooks and laptops to their native, and as such it was not possible for them to take part in e-learning. Non-availability of library resources in a physical mode, it will hamper on students' study. Final year examination, if you consider the decision from the government not to conduct a final year examination, but considering the placement point of view, students are worried about it. So, it is very difficult to conduct the final year examination. Seventh, the loss of opportunity in higher education outside of country. There are number of students, they pursue their higher education in a developed countries. They seek the admission for that, but due to non-availability of final year result and examination, they are not able to get the admission. They may miss the 1 year due to this cause. If you observe the difficulties to a less privileged students, it is very difficult to understand. Teachers are not able to prepare a good quality material for students. And the last one, the sporting events. If you consider the sports, physical education, and in that this type of online teaching would not directly support or help or build the practical training which it required on ground training. So, this will the most probable challenges which we need to list down and address it in today's situation in a student's point of view. The second parameter or pillar in this education system is the teacher, and if you consider a teacher, what challenges the teacher face? They are not equipped with the technology to conduct online classes. Why I am doing this bold statement? If you consider, there are the teachers who are come from the background of non-professional courses, they may face the difficulty of this. They should adopt a technology, they should learn the technology and overcome these challenges. Second challenge is the e-learning apps. There are more than dozen of the e-learning apps available in the market, but we don't know the guarantee of it, security of it. Very few they provide the security. Recently, Government of India, Ministry of HRD, they given a guidelines what type of meeting app should be used for the meeting purpose. So we need to know the security threats of this open source or the free apps which are used for the meets online. Now the challenges was to select an app in among the ocean of the applications available on the internet, catering to everyone's needs, which was not only low data consuming but had a better stability during the live streaming. Engage in classes. It is very difficult to engage students during online class as compared to regular classroom session. We don't know what students they are other end doing. Here the control of the class is not directly controlled by the teacher, it depends on the students' interest. The fifth one, I believe that online education is not suitable, but and we can add support to a classroom teaching and other methodologies. It is a temporary aid during the difficult situation that we are facing. Institution challenges, the third pillar which I want to discuss about the institution challenges. The challenges which is faced by the colleges, institutions, national important institutions. So these challenge they face the challenges in regard of non-availability of institution due to quarantine. Many institutions, colleges, universities, hostels, classrooms, they used for quarantine purpose. Institutional quarantine purpose, the district administrations, they have acquired the hostels, they acquired the classroom institution buildings and they are using for the quarantine purpose. So it's difficult to make it available these spaces, these locations. Students fear very important issue which we need to tackle in a very soft manner. Otherwise, there are the chances of the students they will lose their career, they will lose their life due to this COVID-19 epidemic. Technology is one of the barriers to conduct online classes. Many institutions they are not equipped with the required infrastructure facility whatever required to conduct online classes, but they need to equip with that, they need to modify the available infrastructure considering the present situation of the COVID-19. As you know, physical distancing is a major issue in this, but to address this issue it is difficult in an Indian educational environment scenario because our college class strength is more than 60, sometimes it is 80, sometimes 100, sometimes 120 and in some cases it's up to 140 plus, and to occupy these 140 plus students in a one class room is very difficult at a present situation. So how to tackle this situation, how we can able to maintain the physical distancing, it's a very difficult and most important challenge faced by the institution. As you know, the fourth pillar of the educational system is the government organizations, authorities, universities, and they are also facing problems of the various types. The problems of this conduction of examination is major challenge, as the government has given the directives, decisions in considering the COVID-19 situation in Indian environment, but we are very difficult situation considering the present scenario of COVID-19 to conduct the examination. To take a risk and conduct an examination at a present scenario is dangerous to the students' health. So, considering that the examination may be conducted later after the July or August, depend on the situation of COVID-19. In that case, if you conduct the examination, final year examination after August or after September, then it will be delayed or it will be affect on the admission process. And when it affect on the admission process, it's again there is one more problem which we need to address: how to conduct this admission process. Number of universities, institutions, they conduct their own entrance exam, as well as government conduct the entrance exam for the higher education admission. But due to COVID-19, we will not able to conduct this examination in these 2 months. It's difficult considering the health issues of the students. As we are running short of this infrastructure facility, it's difficult to conduct the practical and technical courses, as there are few students, they undergo a industrial training, and the industrial trainings are most important in the curriculum of the students' life. So, it's difficult for practical courses to conduct the examination. Again, there are few rules and regulations which it hamper in our day-to-day situation. It has some standard acts, laws, statute, ordinance and rules. We can't bypass that rules during conduction of the examination, during conduction of the classroom session. So, we need to modify that. That is one of the important challenges which universities are facing in today's scenario. Again, it's very important considering the at present situation of COVID-19, the reformation of education policy is very important. As we talked in the student, the challenges, again at the institutional or university level, the challenges of maintaining the quality of education. If you talk about the stakeholder, we discussed about the pillar. There are 3 major pillars in this education system. One is the students, second one is the teacher, and third one is the institutions. The stakeholder, if you talk about that, in that stakeholder, students, teacher, institution holder, parents is the important in that, and the policy makers, government, and the last one is the industry, business houses. If you consider the parents are very sensitive about their students, about their child, about their children's education. But at this epidemic situation, they are not ready to send their child for attending the classroom session. It's the most difficult to them considering the health issues. So, parents are worried about it. Again, parents are worried about the online education. Why I am saying worried about the online education? The reason behind that, the students, they are accessing the internet, they are browsing the net, and with that net they may addict with some other sites, and it's very difficult to monitor that, and that is the worried of the parent. The other stakeholder which I mentioned, industry and business houses. Considering the present scenario, the industry houses are running slowly. They are facing economic crisis and they are not ready to recruit the passed out students. The reason behind that, their final year examinations are waiting, or there is no a firm decision on it, or there is the situation which it hamper on the examination due to COVID-19. So, the business houses are not ready to recruit the students at this stage, and the students will not absorbed by many industry considering the today's scenario. So, it is very difficult to handle the pressures on of the students. The expectation of industry business officers has been increased fivefold of the students learning due to the pressure of business slowdown. So, this issue should be addressed properly and the business houses should run effectively, fully at the present scenario. COVID-19 world, we contend that higher education must play a major role in helping to shape the post COVID-19 world and do so by reshaping higher education itself. Post COVID-19 world must be based on the values we cherish: democracy, human rights and the rules of laws, as well as social justice, inclusion and equity. Higher education can add momentum by renewing our commitment to our core values of academic freedom, institutional autonomy and engagement by students, faculty and staff, and re-emphasizing the role of higher education institution as a societal across to the public. We contend that there are four purposes of higher education: preparation of sustainable development, preparing students for active citizenship, personal development, creating a broad advanced knowledge base and stimulating research and innovation. In addition of these four ways, COVID-19 could be changed how we can educate a future generation. These are the four ways. One is the educating citizen in an interconnected world. Second one is the redefining the role of the educator. Third one is the teaching life skill needed for the future. And fourth one is the unlocking technology to deliver education. Considering these all post down COVID-19 in the education system, it will really help to support the education system. But before that, we need to address the challenges which we have discussed before this post lockdown or post COVID-19 higher education support. With this word, I thank the organizer who has given me the chance to speak in front of you all in an online mode through this webinar. Thank you and wish you all the best. Stay home, stay safe.